if I'm struggling to build my family, can I succeed building a team in the business?
Yeah.
You take me to the post that he made. Because someone challenged him and said, how can someone who's been divorced teach us about money?
Yeah. Makes sense, yeah.
So it's like, how can someone who's failing to run his household come and build a business? You don't have to look too far to see that entrepreneurship is not linear like that. There are people that are horrible in their families, amazing in business.
Yeah.
So it's not, if you are this good here, you are automatically that good in business. There are great fathers that really suck at business. Their household, they manage it well. But I'm shy. When it comes to the team, it doesn't work. So it's not an equation that's linear. It's just something you have to consciously decide to say, my family is important to me. I will give it attention and get good at it and learn what I have to learn. My business is important to me. I'll get good at it, learn what I have to learn, right? So all of them, they're divorced, but you can get skilled at either or. So that's the one. The other part about community, you can ask again. I want to get it clear.
Yeah. No, it's more or less the same, because I'm asking about the value exchange within. I mean, you spoke about entrepreneurs engaging with each other, doing business with each other more than seeing themselves as the same people who go and find customers for their business. So that speaks to the value exchange around. I'll make you an example with family.
Yeah.
I believe in family banks. I believe because there's value around all the time. We're exchanging value, products. We are servicing each other with our different skills.
Yeah.
So having a system in place would make sense. All right. So the question is, how do we in the same room sort of empower each other like that? How do we build systems that can inspire trust and to inspire looking for each other and looking out for each other? To make sure that we overstep the stereotypes around Black business, especially. Okay. How do we conquer that?
For families or in general?
For businesses, using the example of family to say, if there's value going around, then we definitely need to put principles in place, so that it's almost common sense for us. Because with families, it's more expectations. You're my brother, I expect you to help me out. You're my brother, you shouldn't expect me to pay you back or stuff like that. But it's value, it's money. We need it. No one is, we are creating value for ourselves, but we don't know how to contain it and consolidate it. So how do we do that with strangers and make it more comfortable for us?
All right. I'll answer the building systems, but I want to say this about family and making a legacy. There's a family that got it right. It's the Rockefellers. I think we've heard about them. There's a number of books about them, and you can pick pretty much any and learn, because people have studied how they build their legacy and how their generational wealth is not eroding, because how they're different to almost every other entrepreneur is there's this statement that says the first generation builds it, the second generation maintains it, the third generation chows it. So it's popular.
It's a pattern.
It's a pattern that's there. It's not a Black problem. It's not a white problem. It's just the reality of what is there most of the time. Very few families get it right beyond the third generation, right? So it's studying the Rockefellers would be a good place to start. I'm not qualified to speak like them. I haven't done it. But if you read about them, they did it. And there's a whole lot of things that you learn about how to do legacy and how to equip your kids as they grow up, and how to expose your kids to different environments, and how to challenge your kids, and how to make sure that they're implementing in small pockets as the business is growing and as they are growing. You can pick those things up there. So when it comes to making it generational, they are the best people to study. So I'll refer you to them, or any YouTube videos that talk about the Rockefellers. But when it comes to systems that ensure that we work well with each other, when you're looking at your business and systematizing your business, there is what we call value engines. Understand what drives value and growth in your business. I'll give you a couple of examples. And when you have a value engine, make sure you understand the processes behind it. If you can document, you can document. If you can't, understand that you have a checklist of how it works here. The first and one of the most biggest one is a customer acquisition value engine. This is where you ask yourself, if today we challenge ourselves to get 10 customers, what are the steps we are going to take? So how's your customer acquisition value engine? If it's good, you know that to get 10 customers, I'll put out 10 posts, spend 300 in this platform, give a talk here, send this newsletter, do a blog, and I get 200 leads. That normally gives me 10 customers. That's how my value engine gets. Right? So you know, how does this business get new customers? Then you put a system around it. Once there's a system, then you got it's repeat from there, repeat and improvement. Another value engine would be, how does this business keep the customers that they get? So this is a customer retention value engine. How does this business keep the customers that we get? If your engine is good there, you know that when we get 10 clients this month, we are happy because we are good at getting 10 clients. But if we keep them, next month we have how many clients? Because we're good at getting only 10. Next month we have 20. The next month we have 30 because we are good at getting 10, but we are also amazing at keeping the ones that we get. Now, if that is good, you can put a system around. These are the processes that we do to keep the customers we get. That involves, these are the follow-ups we do. These are the emails we send. These are the gifts we send to the customers. This is how we do fulfillment. This is how long we take to fulfill an order. Your process will be different for each business, but you're answering the question, what does this business do to keep the customers that we get? Clear? So then once you've got that checklist, then you have a system around it. There's a number of them. How do we get good employees, right? So you can put a system around that. How do we buy raw material and make sure that we keep our costs low? You can put all these things drive value. If you want to understand and pick up after this interview, your value engines, just ask, what are the 5 things that will make us grow? What are the 10 things that will make us grow? I like 5. It's small enough to not traumatize you, but good enough to get you started. Right? I'll give you examples like you need to be good at getting leads. You need to be good at closing those leads. Customer conversion, so you'll have processes that help you convert some customers. You need to be good at retention or repeat buyers, getting customers to come back. That would be a great process. You need to be good at maximizing profit per sale. That's a good place to have a process around, right? How do we upsell? How do we sell at higher price points? So these are the tactical stuff that you can put a system around. Am I too heavy? Can I go deeper?